if you take the whole evolution, creation controversy, where people are trying to figure out where did we come from, it really boils down to only two possibilities. You see, if you look at the entire universe like it's a box, as if this box had to have come from somewhere, either the box made itself or the box has a box maker. Now this turns out to be a jewelry box. If you look inside of it, it's got all these finely crafted bracelets and necklaces and beaded jewels and so on. Either the jewels made themselves and just somehow appeared inside the box, or the jewels have a jewel maker. Now, the jewels might represent the finely crafted, beautiful giraffes and whales and rainforests and ants and enormous oak trees and so on. Either they made themselves, something turned into something else that turned into them, or they have a creator. Now those are the only two possibilities to explain the box and what's in the box, the universe and the creation and what's in the universe. Now it's really obvious to even a small child which one's true, but somehow it's not obvious to university biology, physics, astronomy professors. They are always looking to try to understand how did it make itself. And it's called evolution in various ways, shapes, and forms. Now, how does science work to figure out which one is true? I mean, science has created electronics and computers and put man on the moon and huge medical advances. You'd think it'd be able to figure this out too. Well, it actually does. But this is how science works. There was a man named Dr. Karl Popper. He was a science theorist, and he developed an idea that he called the white swan test to determine is something science or not. And it's like this. All science starts with an idea. I believe the box made itself. That would be like saying, I believe all swans are white. A hypothesis, a theory, it's just an idea that you go and you collect information to see if your idea is right in the simplest terms. So if my theory, my hypothesis is all swans are white, how do I use science to find out if that's correct or not? Well, you got to get data. You have to collect information to see if it fits. So suppose I went out and I went all over my state on my summer break, and I collected thousands of bits of information in my scientific notebook, and I saw that every swan that I found on every lake and every river was always white. Have I now used scientific observation to prove every swan on Earth is white? I think if you think about it, you'd realize, well, no, I haven't been everywhere. But we live in the age of information. Suppose I Facebook my friends, who email their friends, who Twitter their friends, and they know people in Australia and Germany and the Polynesian Islands and Africa and South America, and I get millions of people writing back with hundreds of millions of observations. Every country on the earth is represented, and all of them have only seen white swans. Have I now scientifically proven every swan on the planet is white? Well, it turns out, no, I haven't. Everybody'd have to be a perfect observer. Nobody could have blinked at the wrong time. Nobody could be a liar. Nobody could have forgotten to go somewhere. Nobody could know if there's a recessive gene inside of a swan that would eventually turn out to be a black swan and just hadn't developed yet. And on and on and on. But there is a way I could use science to absolutely 100% for sure know the truth. And that's if I found a black swan. Then I would know the truth. You see what's going on in our entire education system? There's two possibilities for our existence. Either the box made itself, or the box has a box maker. But students are only shown evidence which seems to imply the box made itself. It's called evolution, cosmic evolution, chemical evolution, biological evolution. It's just the idea, the story, that the box made itself. And yet the very laws of science have been designed to tell us this could not possibly be true. It's exactly like wanting to believe all swans are white, only showing students the white swans and not even allowing them to see the black swans.